Hello everybody and welcome to 2K14 Universe. I am Jitch and you're watching Friday Night SmackDown. This is not actually the opening match from tonight, however the opening match is lost in time, so I will explain that in just a moment. As I can understand that's probably a confusing thing to hear.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from San Diego, California, weighing 175 pounds, Mysterio.
Okay, so initially our opening match for tonight's episode of SmackDown was a handicap match. Mark Henry, after his brutal attack on CM Punk last week, has been given the spot to face CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship at Hell in a Cell 2 days from now. And to make a statement, Henry defeated both R-Truth and Zack Ryder in a 2-on-1 handicap match. However, this footage is gone. Things went wrong in the recording session, so take my word for it. Mark Henry defeated Ryder and Truth. We got some comments from Mark Henry in regards to why he targeted CM Punk, and basically it all boils down to he feels that he was robbed of his opportunity, that hang on, I'm gonna fix my mic. My mic feels too quiet. He feels that he was robbed of his opportunity. Mark Henry feels that it should have been him given that opportunity, and that he would have done what Punk had done, and he's gonna prove that Punk is a fluke champion by taking away his very opportunity and putting an end to this silly little Cinderella story. We'll see what happens when they're inside Hell in a Cell. I gotta give odds to Henry, though. Mark Henry says that he entirely blames Bret Hart for not giving him an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship, and that Hart made a huge mistake getting involved in Henry's business last week on SmackDown. Well, regardless of those comments, Bret Hart will be in action up next. He's set to face off against Chris Jericho, who may no longer be in possession of his Money in the Bank briefcase 2 days from now when he has to defend that. Him or Cesaro, one of them is definitely losing their briefcase, as they are being merged into one Money in the Bank briefcase that can be cashed in on either Raw or SmackDown for any championship. So we're looking at a potential game changer right around the corner, and I can't wait to find out which side that's going to fall on. Also tonight in the main event, we've got an Intercontinental Championship match. Big Show set to defend the title against Sheamus. After Sheamus lost to Bret Hart last week, Hart earned the big opportunity this Sunday at Hell in a Cell. It will be Bret Hart versus the winner of tonight's main event for the Intercontinental Championship. Hart also set to compete in the World Tag Team Championship against Jericho. Double duty for both Hart and Big Show. They'll be facing off in singles competition and tag competition in the same night for both the Intercontinental and World Tag Team Championships. So that's a very big night coming up for Bret Hart. I mean, obviously, it may not be Big Show is the thing. We got that main event to come tonight. Sheamus and Big Show for the Intercontinental Championship. We could get a rematch from last Friday. It could be Bret Hart and Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. There's just no saying until tonight's show is over which way things are going to fall. CM Punk not here tonight. Neither is Bret's partner Edge. So if I were Bret Hart, I would be watching my back tonight, as Jericho are both here, and Mark Henry is obviously here. He just won his handicap match to kick off the show. I'd be very cautious if I were the Hitman, I'm going to be honest. Rey Mysterio looking impressive right now against Rick Rude. This match here tonight basically to showcase two superstars that are on the lower end of the SmackDown ranking spectrum. Rey Mysterio and Rick Rude, I believe, are the bottom two guys on SmackDown right now. So this is really a fight to see who is going to ascend from that and who's going to remain at the bottom. Rick Rude really hasn't made as big of an impact as I'd hoped he had upon making his debut. I think he holds one victory and about 3 or 4 losses, which is not all that comparable to Rey Mysterio's current record, which is unfortunately a hell of a lot more than 1 loss this season. He has really, really fallen off bad. I'm starting to think that mark on the back of his mask is a curse, because Rey Mysterio wasn't this bad in season 1, 2, or 3. But the moment he got associated with Sin Cara, it's like Sin Cara's fortune rubbed off on him. Stop wearing that mask, Rey. Saying that, he's looking pretty good against Rick Rude right now, though. Cradling DDT. Can't wait for Hell in a Cell coming your way up next. Well, up next is in like the next episode, not up next is in the next match. Roll up attempted by Rude, and Rey turns it around. Rey in the covenant. Oh no. Oh boy. Here we go. Back and forth. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And a kick out. That could have gone on a lot longer, so I'm grateful that ended when that did. Big elbow to the back of the head of Rey Mysterio. And a heel kick by Rey Mysterio to Rick Rude. Also to come tonight, we've got Triple H finally going to get his hands on Damien Sandow. That match is coming up your way following the very next match. And we've also got a first-time matchup. Fandango set the face-off against Ryback. Ryback taking personal issue with Fandango's style and his growth in popularity and success. Ryback says that it should be him, he deserves better, and he wants the fan reception that Fandango is getting, so he's going to shut down the fan favorite tonight. We'll see if Ryback can do that. He has definitely not had the greatest track record lately, Ryback, so could go either way. So I don't know. Heel kick there by Rey Mysterio as he comes off the ropes and takes down Rick Rude.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been so physical.
Kind of Rude over, but a reversal by Rude and many strikes of Rick Rude. Takes down Rey. And the fans are calling for a 619, or perhaps that's just their way of showing support for Rey. It could be either, really. A 619 right now would be a little bit of an odd time to try and hit one, to be fair. So I'm assuming they're just cheering him on. Over attempt here by Rude, and almost gets Rey Mysterio, but almost is not a 3 count. Well, this would be the way to finish a match in Season 4, and of course it is. That's how we do things this season. Well, Rick Rude picks up a victory, and unfortunately Rey Mysterio's misfortunes continue. I don't know what Rey needs to do, but it's kind of making me sad to see the downfall of Rey Mysterio. Once upon a time, a great Intercontinental Champion, a former United States Champion. He ended Drew McIntyre's history-making United States Championship reign, the longest title reign we've ever seen in this series. Ended by Rey Mysterio, and I don't know what he's got to do to get back on track, but he's got to think that one through himself, and he's got to figure it out, because he just suffered a loss to Rick Rude, and I'm sure Rude's not going to let him forget it. Alright, here comes the Hitman. Set for singles competition. Him and Chris Jericho. This ought to be a treat. Hitman looking ready. He's been through a lot this season. Great Intercontinental Championship run. Great World Heavyweight Championship run. And it all... What? Okay, hang on a minute. We've lost the feed. 1 second, guys. We lost the feed. There we go. Bret Hart on his way to the ring. Where'd his glasses go? Wait a minute, Mark Henry, what the hell? Oh my god! Well, I did say that Bret needed to watch his back. Mark Henry, how long has he been under that ring? Henry striking down on Bret Hart. Somebody stop this. Okay, he's just pointing it. Oh boy, Mark Henry, he stopped pointing and he's lifting Bret Hart up. Oh no, on the concrete. Good God, don't do this. Oh! Mark Henry with a vicious World's Strongest Slam. Bret Hart helpless. As I said before, Punk not here tonight. Edge not here tonight. There is no backup for Bret Hart. What is Mark Henry doing? What is this? Oh my God, Mark, don't do this, don't do this. Oh my God. Mark Henry. Why? And a huge headbutt. Bret Hart. Oh my God, is he okay? And a huge, no, okay, Bret somehow managing to fight back despite the collision.
And there's that modified judo throw, the STO. Can he capitalize?
Mark Henry, enough already, enough. Oh my God, Bret, get out of there. Oh, good Lord. Mark Henry smashing Bret Hart through the barricade. Enough is enough, man. Hall of Pain, what an ironic trophy to get. Mark Henry. Why? Making an example out of Bret Hart here tonight. That was absolutely brutal. I hope CM Punk is ready for what awaits him. Oh, can we get some medical attention on Bret Hart? He is not moving out there. Don't let your eyes deceive you. We are back here from the break, and moments ago, Bret Hart escorted out on a stretcher. This is not looking good for Bret. Well, we are back here, and obviously the show must go on. But I have got an important update on Bret Hart, which is that he has been pulled from future events for the time being. He is not in a good condition. Could be potentially a concussion, could be worse. Mark Henry, when he struck him into that ring post, it's a surprise Bret was able to continue to try and put up a fight at all.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 255 pounds, the game.
In regards to both of his matches this Sunday at Hell in a Cell, well, as it currently seems, both matches have been called off. In regards to the Intercontinental Championship match, however, here tonight, Randy Orton will instead be facing the Big Show one-on-one in a non-title match. And this Sunday, Sheamus and Big Show will face off instead. Obviously, they were initially scheduled to face off for the title tonight, but due to circumstances and Bret being pulled from Hell in a Cell, it will be Big Show and Sheamus one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship this Sunday. We hope Bret Hart will be better soon, and we really hope that when CM Punk gets locked inside Hell in a Cell, we really hope that CM Punk doesn't suffer a similar fate. This is definitely going to be one to watch this Sunday, but viewer discretion is definitely advised for that upcoming Hell in a Cell match. It seems like Mark Henry is on a bit of a tear at the moment, and he has taken no prisoners. Anyway, we move on to this match here tonight. This once was a top build match. I believe this took place at I want to say Over the Limit?
Approaching the ring, representing the coal miners from
Coalition.
California, weighing 247 pounds, the self-professed intellectual savior of the masses, Damien, Sandow.
That's right, he is 1/3 of the Coalition with JBL and Scott Steiner, and they all have their issues with Triple H. That's what this group finds unity in, believe it or not. The disdain of Triple H. Here tonight, we've been told that JBL and Scott Steiner have been banned from ringside for this one-on-one matchup. A rematch from Over the Limit. I believe Damien Sandow did once upon a time defeat Triple H to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. We'll see if he can do it again here tonight. I would not blame you if you've forgotten that, as it was many months ago, but yes, these two once faced off for the World Heavyweight Championship this season, and Sandow actually came out on top, showed what he's got to offer in the ring. But, well, we got a bit of an unfortunate situation here on SmackDown tonight. We lost the handicap match, the footage is gone, and now Bret Hart and Jericho's match has been called off. Yeah, this is flying by, this episode of SmackDown. Here tonight we got Triple H and Sandow. We still got Ryback and Fandango to come up next, and in our main event, Big Show and Randy Orton will face off, two of the most successful superstars in this universe facing off. That should be a pretty great match still. I gotta say, I'm sure Edge is absolutely kicking himself for not being here tonight, thinking that Bret Hart would be okay without him. That could not have come at a worse time. Mark Henry took tremendous advantage of the fact that there was nobody here to protect Bret from the wrath of Mark Henry. I knew he needed to be cautious, but I don't think anyone was expecting Mark Henry to go to the lengths that he went to. But you know, obviously, normally our matches at these big events, these pay-per-views, as I still like to call them. Sorry, I can't get used to PLE. I will eventually. I can't right now. It's 2013, 2012. Sorry, they were still calling them pay-per-views back then. It's fine. I mean, now we're still calling them that now. But normally, you know, we have a lot of build towards certain matches. Obviously, we haven't really had that with Mark Henry, who really just re-emerged on the scene out of nowhere last week and took out CM Punk. But obviously, Punk's ascension to the World Heavyweight Championship in its own right is another match that kind of, well, another thing that kind of popped up out of nowhere, really. So two superstars that, you know, formerly they weren't really getting a lot of the spotlight, now facing off inside Hell in a Cell for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I gotta say, I feel like this is actually a very even split for a match, because CM Punk right now, he is the very definition of an underdog. He is, I mean, his win over Bret Hart was a humongous shock. And obviously a lot of people want to know if it was a fluke win or if Punk truly is, you know, the best in the world as is claimed to be. What better trial to try and prove that than to be locked inside of Hell in a Cell with the world's strongest man?
Oh, right to the gut. Oh, man, what a shot.
So yeah, that is going to be a big match this Sunday at Hell in a Cell. I think I already previously mentioned this, but for those that don't know, the Money in the Bank ladder match, unifying the two briefcases, will kick off our upcoming event, Hell in a Cell, in 2 days' time. We've been told that it will kick off the show, so there is a strong potential for a Money in the Bank cash-in that same night. You gotta think, with the two Hell in a Cell world title matches, whoever's in possession of that one briefcase, well, they're definitely going to have a champion ripe for the picking, if they so choose to. It depends on what they go through in the ladder match to kick off the show, though, I suppose. But for Antonio Cesaro, Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler, or Randy Orton, whoever it may be, it is a big opportunity, no doubt about it. I hope they're ready. You know, I do wonder if we'll ever see these two back in the fray for the World Heavyweight Championship. Damien Sandow, unfortunately, he's kind of fallen off a little bit. I don't feel like he's anywhere near as close to the World Championship picture as he once was. I feel like he had a pretty okay run as World Heavyweight Champion, but I must admit, I think his United States Championship run definitely outshines that, as a lot of people agreed. He was arguably the best United States Champion we've had, and, you know, it's kind of a weird one to say, considering the tactics of Damien Sandow, but no, he was a very admirable United States Champion in a sense. I mean, he definitely didn't fight fair, but he had an impressive reign, a lot of successful defenses. It ending at WrestleMania felt worthy of the status that it got. I gotta say, right now he is going toe-to-toe with Triple H pretty effectively too. Clothesline attempt by Triple H missed. Sandow in control. I'll tell you, I'm really looking forward to Big Show versus Sheamus this Sunday at Hell in a Cell, by the way. I mean, I was looking forward to it tonight, and I'm definitely looking forward to it this Sunday. I do stand by. It's unfortunate the circumstances that surround it being bumped up to Hell in a Cell, but I definitely anticipate that one greatly because there aren't two superstars in this entire series with more victories in their career than those two. I believe Big Show is either on the edge of 70 victories or he's past 70 victories. I'm a little behind on the wiki at the moment. And Randy Orton, I believe, is, he's in his 60s as well. I think those two are the only ones in their 60s in terms of, like, how many wins they've gotten. Maybe, sorry, not Randy Orton, Sheamus. I think Randy might be close, though. Spinebuster by Triple H following that trademark sequence of his, and it is not looking favorable for Sandow right now, but he kicks out. Will he kick out of this, though? Triple H hooks the arms. Pedigree. Taking his time. Too much time, if you ask me. Cover on Sandow, and he kicks out. Sandow showing us why he is a former World Heavyweight Champion. Not a lot of people can say they could kick out of a pedigree from Triple H. I do say Sandow is an extraordinary competitor. He is really... I mean, you gotta think, this man debuted, what, last year? Very early into Season 3. Strong debut at that. Went straight for the United States Champion, Drew McIntyre, and although he didn't dethrone him, he did eventually get his hands on the US Championship.
Nicely countered by Damien
Sandow did what no other superstar has done, which is that he came in, he went for the bottom ranked championship in his brand, the European title, held that for a decent time, moved up to the US Championship, held that for a great time, Money in the Bank, and then, oh, hang on, you're welcome. A move that Sandow debuted to parody the rival brand's world champion, The Rock. Cover attempt and just a 1 count, wow. Yeah, he really had a very natural ascent to the top. But that doesn't mean that he's necessarily going to stay there. What a great move by Sandow, holy hell. That was his wit on full display right there.
Some precision strikes being delivered here by Triple H.
Triple H dragging Sandow away from the corner. A smart move, but unfortunately, in a match like this, time is of the essence, and you don't want to waste any time. Belly to belly. Sandow now into a cover. Is this going to be enough? Still no.
I just can't get over the physicality of this match. This has been brutal.
And as these two continue to go back and forth with one another, Triple H pulling Sandow into a short arm clothesline.
Here comes some offense from Triple H. This has been a war.
Love me an awful exchange. Triple H scooping him, scooping a slam. And a float-over DDT. Damien Sandow looking very impressive right now. Imagine being able to knock off Triple H without the help of your buddies. That would be a big achievement for Sandow here tonight. It would really silence a lot of doubters, I think. Maybe. I don't know, doubters. Would you feel silenced? Clothesline into the corner. Drives the knee to the face of Damien Sandow, and now Triple H with another big spine buster. Is this enough to put this one to rest? No, Sandow still kicking out. And for the second time in this match, Sandow takes a pedigree. I'd say that's it. I'd say that's gotta be it. Damien Sandow is finished. A good showing from Sandow, but Triple H, well, I mean, I don't know if necessarily he feels he got even here tonight, or if there's a little more he wants out of Sandow, but, well, he got that victory over Sandow. Triple H is victorious as we move on here tonight. Up next, Fandango versus Ryback, the natural follow-up to this match right here. You don't want to miss it. It's the fan favorite Fandango against the complete polar opposite in Ryback. Check it out. It's next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, Fandango.
This ring announcer, man. Does he even try to say his name right? So weak, so pathetic. Really describes Justin Roberts as a whole, though, doesn't it? I really don't like Justin Roberts. Didn't he do something shitty, too? Isn't he, like, actually a bad person? Hang on a minute. Yeah, there was a speaking out thing, and he was caught out talking to a 17-year-old. How old is Justin Roberts? Sexually DMing a 17-year-old in 2020. Man was 40. Ew. Just ew. Fuck Justin Roberts. Anyway, Fandango. The real. We should just get Fandango as a ring announcer. I'm telling you, that'd be great. He could just not bother introducing anyone and just be like, Fandango. Check this guy out right here. I don't know why that part of his entrance where her hand just kind of slowly falls down his face always makes me laugh. I mean, you'd touch his face too if you were that close to him, trust me. Man's a hero. Wait, they're cheering for Ryback? What? Why? What? How weird.
Approaching the ring from Sin City, weighing 291 pounds, Ryback.
Isn't this guy supposed to be retired? Never mind that. Ryback coming down to the ring to face off against Fandango. This is a unique match. So here we go, Ryback and Fandango, and immediately Fandango runs in Ryback with a takedown. This is definitely, I'd say, the biggest obstacle Fandango has had since emerging here on SmackDown. This could very much hand him his first loss here tonight. Ryback, formerly undefeated, says he demands the adoration from the fans that Fandango gets. There was once a time, Ryback says, when fans were chanting, "Feed me more." Now they're all doing this little finger dance. And he hates it.
What exactly are your thoughts on Fandango, and what is necessary to stop him?
Well,
He's legendary. That's my thoughts on Fandango. My thoughts with an F. Because that's how I said it for some reason. Side suplex takes down Fandango. Multiple strikes by Ryback, and Fandango into a headlock, and yep, manages to take down Ryback here. Obviously, I know this one doesn't really contribute a lot of build towards Hell in a Cell. To be honest, a lot of tonight's SmackDown doesn't really contribute a lot of build towards Hell in a Cell. I do apologize for that, but, you know, they can't always, to be fair. I wonder if Jericho will be walking out of Hell in a Cell empty-handed, you know? They could lose it all. Jericho could lose his briefcase. Big Show could lose his Intercontinental title, and then they could lose their tag team titles if that match is, I mean, there could always be another team stand in for Edge and Bret. We could see someone else compete in that match instead. I mean, who are the number 2 contenders on SmackDown? The Coalition, maybe? JBL and Scott Steiner competing for the tag team titles? Maybe. I'm full of yawns right now, so I'm sorry if my commentary gets a little weak here. I wanted to record Hell in a Cell right after this, because I'm going to be letting like 90% of Hell in a Cell play out. So I haven't really been able to... It's one of those events where like I haven't really been able to figure out a lot of what I want to do coming after Hell in a Cell. I've got a lot of like what if potential stuff filled out in my head, depending on certain outcomes, but I'm just so curious to finally see like what the future direction is and everything, and I really want to get Hell in a Cell done, but I might have to wait because I'm getting very sleepy. Ryback in complete control of Fandango as he goes for the meat hook. Fandango foresaw that one though. Still to come, Big Show and Randy Orton one-on-one. That sounds like a Survivor Series main event if I've ever heard of one. Shout out to, what was that, like Survivor Series 2014, 15? Boy, that was bad. That was bad. I love Randy Orton, and Big Show's definitely got his moments, but those two against each other as the main event of like a big event in like the 2010s just did not feel main event worthy. I know I'm literally headlining my SmackDown with that, but I'm talking real life, not video game characters here. They do have their differences. I mean, look at how much of a star Fandango is. Actually, to be fair, at the moment, he's pretty equal to how popular he was in, like, 2013. We'll see. We'll see if that goes further or not. Uh-oh. Well, this could be Fandango's first SmackDown loss right here. Shell-shocked. Ryback into the cover, and that's Fandango's first loss as a SmackDown superstar. You hate to see it. I'm gonna say it now, justice for Fandango. Slap it. Slap it away. Good choice. Good choice. Fandango upset to have taken his first loss here tonight, and I guess things aren't finished between these two. Why the hell did Ryback go for a handshake? That's very uncharacteristic. Anyway, we move on to our main event. Up next, it is the Intercontinental Champion, World Tag Team Champion, The Big Show, up against the man that could take his partner's briefcase, Randy Orton. I believe Big Show walks into tonight's match with 69 career victories, the most of any superstar on any roster, including those that are no longer competing here in this universe. I believe he is the most successful in terms of wins. Maybe not the most successful win-loss percentage, but he has the most wins. And his opponent tonight is, of course, someone who is at a very similar rate. I do believe Randy Orton has, I want to say 60. I mean, I could check. I could definitely check. Because I don't think he was on last week's SmackDown. I don't think either of them were. So I think their records are up to date.
And approaching the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton.
Yeah, assuming neither of them were on last week's SmackDown, because I can't remember, because that was definitely not last week I recorded it. It was way longer ago than that. But assuming neither of them were on last week's SmackDown and won, I believe if Randy Orton wins tonight, it'll be his 61st victory. And if Big Show wins tonight, it'll be his 70th victory. Nobody has hit 70. Nobody. Randy Orton is one of about 3 or 4 to have entered the 60s in terms of how many wins he's picked up. He's definitely up there, and of course, unlike Big Show, Randy Orton does at least have world championships to his name. That is something he has over the Big Show. He is a multi-time world heavyweight champion and a former WWE champion. Right now, he is banned from the World Heavyweight Championship for the rest of the season, but if he gets a hold of that briefcase this Sunday, he could use that to shoehorn his way back in to the World Heavyweight Championship picture. So here we go, Big Show and Randy Orton. Despite what I was just saying in the previous match, this is definitely worthy of the main event of SmackDown here tonight. And of course, there is some background to this match. Randy Orton looking to take the Money in the Bank briefcase away from Chris Jericho. And of course, more importantly than that, Randy Orton had stated interest at one point in going for the Intercontinental Championship. He suffered a loss to Sheamus in a contenders match, and that's what took him out of the picture. But what if he was to defeat Big Show here tonight? Does that potentially line him up for an Intercontinental Championship match down the line? Should he not be successful this Sunday? Or even if he was and not cash in? You know, Jericho is a champion and a Money in the Bank holder. It is possible to do both as Big Show looking for... Oh, okay. That was not what I was expecting at all. Huge headbutt there. There's no telling how long it will take for either one of these two to put the other one away, but this should be a very competitive main event. The only thing I'll say is I've got to give the advantage to Big Show. He's got slightly more victories to his name, and of course right now he is 2 of the 3 championships here on SmackDown. Obviously the European Championship, technically a dual branded title, but right now it's in possession of Raw. By Kofi Kingston, and of course at Hell in a Cell that will not be changing. Crazy impressive suplex there by Randy Orton. Yeah, it will not be changing at all at Hell in a Cell. It will remain on Raw because if Bryce and Brian win, Bryce becomes European champion. He's still on Raw. Big Show stepping over Randy Orton. Back and forth between these two. Don't forget, once again, just a reminder, if you're looking at the records and you're a little confused by people jumping 2 weeks, there is a week gap where there will be no Raw, NXT, or SmackDown to make up for the 48-week calendar in the game, as opposed to the 52-week calendar in the real world calendar. Yeah, there will be a week skip in October. We'll be jumping from, I believe this is the October 12th edition, and I believe Hell in a Cell is the 21st of October, so there will be a week skip. I think that's right anyway. should probably check that. 1 second.
Man, this has been a great matchup. Submission holds locked in, and he's in big
Hell in a Cell was the 28th.
Now it's time
Oh.
to fight out or tap out, King.
2-week skip? That feels a bit much.
Things are going through that mind right now.
Wait, was there a 6-week build between Night of Champions and Hell in a Cell? It's way too long for those like lower billing events. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there was. There was a 6-week build between Night of Champions and Hell in a Cell in 2012. Wasn't Hell in a Cell 2012 shitty? CM Punk versus Ryback inside Hell in a Cell. Yes, yes it was. Yes it was. Big Show and Sheamus for the world title. Hang on, what is the full card for Hell in a Cell 2012? It's over. I completely missed the finish because I was looking at something else. Well, Big Show picks up victory number 70, and things do not look good for Randy Orton coming out of that one.
Well, at least one superstar is happy that this one's over.
That was very short-lived. Unfortunately for Randy Orton, and that could have been Bret Hart. I think he would have preferred that to what he got. Well, that man looks very ready for this Sunday when he is going to defend both his Intercontinental and World Tag Team Championships, should the World Tag Team title match still go on. There has been no denial or confirmation of that. I will be sure to... Well, I won't be sure to let you know. I guess we'll find out on the night of the event. Anyway, thanks for watching Night SmackDown, and I'll see you in 2 days' time for Hell in a Cell.